What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the week's hottest topic, number 4. I think this is number 4, you guys. So, you guys, without further ado, this is me just giving a rundown of some of the stuff that's happened in this week, in this particular week. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just, jump right into the topics that I have today. Now, you guys may hear some noise in the background. So, every week, the people in this complex, they come out, mow the lawn, and blow the leaves. Like every fucking week. I don't understand it, but you might hear that. So, I want to put that out there in the forefront. So, this first topic that I want to talk about, and is one that when I saw it, I had saw some of this stuff before, and I was just, really hurt when I saw it. So it's my boy Jimmy Kimmel. You guys, I am a huge Jimmy Kimmel fan. Like, I love Jimmy Kimmel. Like, my mom and I used to watch Jimmy Kimmel. Actually, when the Jimmy Kimmel show first came on, we started watching it because my mom, she would watch the local news in my hometown, and the news would go off at 10:30. So Jimmy Kimmel would come on at 10:36, and we would watch Jimmy Kimmel. And even at one point, they switched him because he would come on after Nightline, and we would still stay up and watch Nightline, and then, watch Jimmy Kimmel, and she would go to sleep, and I would go to my room. But recently, it has come out about Jimmy Kimmel that he did some sketches on The Man Show, and he was impersonating Oprah Winfrey and Karl Malone. I think that was Karl Malone he was impersonating, but he did it by dressing up in blackface. And, it's been a bad week for him. He's on vacation right now until September. Now, I know he did, he issued an apology. But for me personally, and like I said, this is something that's, it's a little hurtful for me because I love Jimmy. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Jimmy. I think what Jimmy needs to do is, yes, he's on vacation, but I feel like Jimmy, he needs to do kind of like what, I'm doing. Pull out his camera, pull out his phone, take his phone out, put a stand up, record a video, and just issue a public apology. Because, the same thing happened a few weeks ago to Jimmy Fallon when, old clips of him resurfaced of him in blackface impersonating Chris Rock. So I think what Jimmy needs to do is just to get onto this story. Yes, it was okay that he issued that apology, I think, on the social media, but Jimmy needs to get on camera, let the people see his face, and apologize to the people. And you guys, by no means am I a part of this whole cancel culture. I don't feel like, because I know people are asking for the cancellation of Jimmy Kimmel's show. I don't agree with that. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Again, like I said, I'm just not a part of the cancel culture. And I feel like Jimmy, in this current climate, Jimmy shows his support for the community 100%. And do I feel like, what he did was wrong by dressing in blackface, pretending, acting like he was Oprah and Karl Malone? 100%, I definitely think he was wrong for that. Do I think he's, sees the error in his ways and has changed? 100%. Because I'll tell you guys, like, I'm not the same person that I was when I was 20 years old, because I'm 30 now and I'll be 31 next month. I'm not 21-year-old me, and I'm not 20-year-old me. I would hope that as you get older, you grow and you evolve into a different person than what you were at one point in your life. So I definitely believe that Jimmy has changed. I think he sees the error in his ways, but I really want Jimmy to get out there and just issue a apology, because, again, like I said, he's off the air until September, and even when his show does return, and when his show returns before he comes back, he'll have guests. So Jimmy absolutely 100% needs to get on top of this story and issue his apology. And that's where I'm going to leave it at with that. And we're just going to move on, you guys. All right, you guys, next, let's discuss the Woma. I haven't talked. I don't usually talk about the Rona, but let's just go ahead and talk about it. The Rona. I am so over this situation. I'm tired of being at home. I'm not tired of being at home. I can't. I need a vacation. I know that much. I'm ready to evict my work computer from my house. That is one thing that because it is making my bill skyrocket. Like it's just making my electricity bill this month. It's high as fuck. It's the highest it's ever been. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm probably gonna turn that motherfucker off at night. I know we're not supposed to, but I'm gonna turn that bitch off. I don't care if somebody hacks us. I'm sorry. That's killing my bill. For real, for real. That is killing my bill. And I can't have that. But, Rona, how are you guys out there, by the way? Hope everybody's doing good. So, recently, there's been an uptick in the cases of coronavirus. And, you know, the discussion was around, you know, maybe it had something to do with, you know, the Memorial Day celebrations. And then more recently, people are saying with the Black Lives Matter protest. Now, I did see this week that it was stated that the Black Lives Matter movement is not really a cause for the increase in the coronavirus. I think one of the biggest increases in the coronavirus is these people who have been protesting, stating that, you know, wearing the mask is infringing on their rights, or coming up with these fake cards saying that people can't, you know, part of the, I know the one woman said HIPAA, and I think the card says the ADA, which the ADA came out and said that that is not true. You know, they can't divulge their sickness that's keeping them from wearing a mask. But the question that I would have is, if you have a disease, if you have a sickness, if you have something that's debilitating that you can't wear a mask, wouldn't that mean you should wear some kind of protective gear if you have a sickness or whatever? Now, if you just have a fear of it, get over it. Hell, I wear them all. I wear mine when I go to the gym and go to the grocery store. Anywhere that I go, I wear that motherfucker. Is it uncomfortable to wear? A little bit. And the reason why I tell you guys it's uncomfortable for me is because of my glasses. Because with my glasses, it is so hard because, you know, it fogs up my glasses. But I mean, I get around it. Actually, sometimes when I'm in the store, I actually have to take my glasses off because it just be fogged up so much. So yeah, get over yourselves. It's not infringing on your rights. And then if you feel like it's infringing on your rights, what about the right of someone else to not want to contract the coronavirus? Think about that. Stop being so fucking selfish. Like, that's my problem with a lot of these people. Oh, you're infringing on my constitutional rights. Shut the fuck up. Like, really? So, like I said, I think that's where the big uptick is coming. More specifically, Memorial Day, those people who were in crowds and not social distancing or wearing masks, and the people who want to protest wearing masks. Wear the fucking mask. And I know just before I came on camera, I know that the task force, hey, they just did a press conference for the first time in 2 months. Wysap. Let's discuss Wysap real quick. And it's going to be quick discussing him. I want to say a quick shout out to the K-pop teens, you know, the people who trolled the hell out of him by, you know, getting those tickets to his rally that happened last Saturday, and knowing that they had no intentions of going. Shout out to you guys. Now, speaking of his rally, he did have his rally last week. And in the rally, it was typical Trump. I didn't watch it. Now, I did see a clip of cubic zirconia and polyester. And they talking about, you know, the people who out there with the Black Lives Matter fist. In November, you need to take your ass. Well, they didn't say take your ass. They said you need to go to the polls and vote for Donald J. Trump. I wish the fuck I would vote for that son of a bitch. Also, you guys, I know there's a lot of issues with voter fraud. You guys, I can't say this and stress this and preface this enough. If you guys have to go, go vote. If you are able to go early vote, you guys do that. Please do that. If you guys can't early vote, go on election day. I would suggest, if you have time off from your jobs, take that day and If you have to stand on the line, stand on the line. Make sure you social distance, by the way, but do what needs to be done so that way we can vote that crackerjack asshole out of office. Now, back to his rally. You know, it was a low turnout because I know that the venue seats 19,000 people, but there were only 62,000 people in there. 6,200 people, 6,200, right? Yeah. So that was how many people there. Now I know a lot of people are, you know, cheering that, thinking that, you know, that is a good thing, which it could be a good thing, but I don't think so, you guys. Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on the fact that people didn't go to his rally. Don't sleep on the fact that, you know, Joe Biden is leading in the polls. Do not sleep on that, because the same situation happened with Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election. She led in the polls leading to election day, and you see the outcome. We have him in office, so do not sleep on that. I don't want to hear people say, oh, our vote doesn't count. Yes, it does. Go out there and vote. Please, you guys. That is what I am going to ask of you, everyone. Vote, vote, vote. And I just don't understand how fucking stupid this man can be. So in his rally, he was saying that, you know, with the testing, you're finding more people that are infected. I told my people, slow down the testing. Why would you slow the fucking testing down? Like, wouldn't you want an accurate depiction of what is out there? Donald Trump is a dumbass. I don't know any other way to say that, but he's a fucking dumbass. Like, are you serious? Slow it down, increase it, make it easily accessible for people. If people are like, if there's an elderly person in a home and they're immobile, make it easier for people to get it. But he said, slow it down. How fucking stupid can you be? You guys, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about him, so we're gonna move on to the next subject. All right, you guys. So my last two subjects, they're not like something. They're big stories, but I don't want to harp on them too long. If that makes sense to you guys. The next one that I'm gonna talk about is the Elijah McClain story. So this one happened. I think it happened last year, 2019, where Elijah McClain, he went to a gas station. He got some stuff. And he was walking home, and he was anemic, so he wore a ski mask over his face so that way he could stay warm. He could stay warm. Now I don't see a problem with wearing a ski mask if he's just walking through the neighborhood, and if it's his neighborhood, I would hope that people would know who he is. But someone called the cops on him for suspicious activity. Now if he's not walking up to a person's house, looking through the house, or if he doesn't have a gun on him or anything, or if he doesn't have if he doesn't have a bag that's big enough to carry some shit out of your house. Now, first of all, who the fuck is going to rob a house on foot? I would think that would be in someone's car. They would probably hide the car, but they would probably be casing the area. I'm just putting that out there because I know it's probably what people were thinking. Oh, he's gonna rob us. But he would have, I'm pretty sure he would just, whatever. So I'm not going to knock the people who called the police, but who I will knock is the police and the fucking paramedics in this case. So the police came out, and it's another one of these stories where he was talking to the police. He's telling the police that, he doesn't have any weapons on him. He's never killed anyone. He doesn't even kill an insect. And this man is sitting here begging and pleading with them for his life. But once again, it's a I can't breathe situation. And the thing that I'm upset with is if someone is telling you that they can't breathe, get your ass up off of them. Get off of them. Even if they are resisting arrest, get off of a person. If they tell you they can't breathe, that means I can't fucking breathe, bitch. Move. move around. And then, you know, I didn't see the video. I don't think I can stomach another one of those videos, you guys. But I did read the transcript. And, you know, he was telling them he couldn't breathe. I know he threw up. And one of the cops told him if he didn't stop moving, that the dog would bite him. Like, these people have no regard for human life whatsoever. And it's just unfathomable. Like, you have no regard for human life and black life at that. And that is, you know, I feel like I've been saying this for weeks now. That is the reason we say Black Lives Matter. I know, oh, all lives matter. That is correct, all lives matter. But we're not saying that only Black Lives Matter. We're saying, yes, in conjunction with all lives matter, Black lives should be included in that scenario. So then, you know, the paramedics did arrive. Now, mind you, when the paramedics arrived, he was unconscious. So the paramedics, they injected him with, I can't pronounce the name of the drug, but it's a drug to sedate him. And I'm like, why would you give someone that is unconscious a drug to sedate them? Unconscious means he's knocked out. He's not moving, he's not doing anything. So what are you sedating? What are you sedating like that? I'm just so over this. I'm over all of this. Like, I saw a case in New York where a woman saw one of her colleagues, a cop, she saw one of her colleagues, you know, mistreating her, you know, doing something similar to an African American, and they fired her, and she was unable to get her pension check because she did the right thing. She got fired. That is stupid. So fucking stupid. But so Elijah, he did die days later, and it was because of a heart attack, but they couldn't determine what the cause of his death was. I'll give you one clue. Him being pinned down, not being able to breathe. Like, oh my God, like, this cannot be real. This cannot be serious. Like, this is lunacy. It's like it's becoming a norm at this point. It really is. It just feel like it's becoming something normal. But you guys, let's move on to the last story. All right, you guys, and so then the last story that I want to touch on is Bubba Wallace, who's a NASCAR driver, and he's African American. Now, I had no idea who Bubba Wallace was prior to this. I thought I killed that little bitch. Fuck, I did not kill that bug. I grabbed it, but I didn't kill it. Guess I'm gonna have to spray for it. Cool. So yeah, Bubba Wallace, NASCAR racer, African American. Didn't know anything about him. I don't keep up with NASCAR. NASCAR is just one of those things that I have no interest in. I keep up with, I do football. I'm kind of on the outs with football right about now. Love basketball. I can take or leave golf, and I can take or leave baseball. I killed it. So I can take or leave baseball, but Bubba. Now people are trying to compare Bubba to Jesse Smollett. I don't think that there's any comparison between those two. Yeah, I don't think there's any comparison with Bubba Wallace and Jesse Smollett. So the situation is, now Bubba wasn't there when this happened, and he didn't see it. Someone else saw it, and they notified the proper channel. They notified the proper people about this situation. So there was a noose that was hanging from Bubba's garage. So, the FBI, they did do their investigation, and they definitely looked into it. Now, they came back and they said that, it wasn't a noose. It was a string hanging from the garage that had been there for quite some time. I think they said, 2019 maybe? So it had been there for a while. And I'm like, okay, a string. Because I am familiar with that, because at one of my old jobs, when I used to work for Hertz, the second location that I went to, we had a garage that we would lift up and to let it back down. You had a string that you let it down with every night. So I'm familiar with garages having strings on it. So I'm like, okay, a string, not uncommon, not unheard of when it comes to a garage. Now, a few days ago, I may have been yesterday or it may have been today, but the photos did come out of, this said string hanging from the garage. Now, when I saw that photo, I'm like, that is not your normal, average, everyday string. That shit was tied in a noose-like fashion. So, yeah, that's eerie, very very eerie. So even if you want to say it was just a regular string, why did this person tie it in the manner and the fashion in which they tied it? Makes it look what noose like to me. So yeah, I have a side eye for the FBI. I have a side eye for anybody who can literally look at that fucking that string and say it's just a string and not a noose. Motherfucker, that was a noose. That was a noose. It was not a piece of string. So you guys, that is it. We're gonna move over into the honorable mentions. All right, you guys. So in honorable mentions, I want to talk about my girl Beyonce. So Beyonce released a song. I don't remember when she released this song, but it's called Black Parade. I think it might have been last weekend when she released it. Yeah, I don't remember the exact date she released it, but I remember seeing it posted on her Instagram. I'm like, oh, Queen B putting out a new song. I'm like, ooh, can we get an album? Can we get? Oh God, we're not gonna get a tour for a long. We're not gonna get tours for a very long time, you guys. But I did take a listen to the song. I love the song. I think it's a great song. And it's all about us. It celebrates us. I actually think she put this song out last. Actually, I think Beyonce put this song out either on Juneteenth or it was the day after. So it was definitely last weekend when she put the song out. But yeah, I enjoyed the song. I listened to it, loved it. What I did not love was some of the comments on, because I listened to it on YouTube. I didn't like the comments on YouTube. A good majority of them, if people were praising her or giving her, any kind of accolades for the song, then you would have someone with a negative comment about Illuminati, whatever. And I'm just like, if someone likes something, you don't need to come up under their comment and try to tell them that they shouldn't like this because of a certain whatever reason you don't like it. If you don't like it, put that comment in the comment section and say I didn't like it because of X, Y, Z. But don't ever feel like you like. Why do people feel that they can attack another person for what they like or don't like? Stupid as hell. Shout out. Well, actually, not a shout out. Congratulations are in order for Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor. They are expecting another baby. I don't know what the sex of the baby is, but they are expecting another baby. So shout out to them for that one. And then I just want to close out with some disappointing news that I'm disappointed about. Tamar Braxton and K. Michelle are once again in a feud with one another, and I don't understand why. Well, I do know why. But I don't think it was like that big of a deal to me. I mean, we know how K. Michelle is. K. Michelle, if you say one bad thing about her, she coming at you. And she came at Tamar because Tamar was on the Queen's Supreme Court with T.S. Madison. And T.S. Madison asked Tamar the question of would she do a versus with K. Michelle. And she didn't respond. So I thought, okay, maybe that's not, and I didn't take that as I don't take that as a bad thing that she didn't respond, because sometimes no comment means I don't want to comment on that, because no matter what I say, it can be taken, flipped, and somebody else can interpret that in a different way, which happened with this situation. So then not Tamar, but Michelle, went on her live talking about Tamar, talking about she slept with Jermaine Dupri's daddy, and her mama caught her and whooped her ass, and the brat did confirm that. Now, my question thinking about this was, do Tamar and K. Michelle and this is no shade to either one of them, because I do, when it comes to music specifically, I mean, I like K Michelle even outside of music, but when it comes to Tamar, I can take or leave her. But I will say that when it comes to Tamar's music, I love Tamar's music. Personality, it ain't for me no more. I used to love that personality when Braxton from Family Values first started, but after a while it just got too old for me, and I just got annoyed with it. So yeah, my question was, do they even have 20 hits among each other to battle with each other? But Tamar, she could have. There's a lot. I mean, she did. I think she did the right thing by saying no comment, but she also could have said, you know what, K Michelle and I, we've had our issues, and I respect her. I think she's great in her own respects, but just out of kind of do like what Monica said about her and Brandy. Just say I don't think that we should battle each other. I think she's good at her thing and I'm good at my thing. But you guys, since this guy is getting closer to my apartment, I'm going to wrap this up. We'll do this every single week, same time, same place. I don't know. Well, we'll try to do it about the same time every week. Don't hold me to it. I said that last week. Don't hold me to it. But until the next video, you guys, I always say it. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. And until the next one, you guys,